Liz of Talk Your Ish Liz podcast, and I'm coming to you guys today with another topic. This topic is called peacefully disconnecting from people. You know, a lot of times when people don't talk anymore or they're not around each other anymore, it do not always have to equal beef. There's no beef involved. I'm one of those people where I can talk to you today and never speak to you again for the rest of my life. And there could be no drama involved or attached to it. It is a peaceful disconnection. And I think a lot of times people don't understand the peaceful disconnection thing. And I don't think people realize that sometimes it is needed. I'm a firm believer and I don't like toxic relationships. I don't want a toxic relationship, whether it's in a relationship with a man, relationship with my friends, relationships with my families. I don't want anything toxic. So when it starts to feel kind of toxic, or not even just toxic, if the energy shifts, a lot of people don't realize that energy means a lot, especially to me. Like if the energy, you can tell when energy is off. Like you can tell when it's off. And if you've been around someone for like a long time, years, and at one point you guys were like the best of friends, even in a relationship, y'all were so in love, and all of a sudden, when you're around each other, that energy just feels off. That's when it's time for you to peacefully disconnect from those people. And again, it don't have to be beef. Now, I know a lot of times if you're married, it is hard to just peacefully disconnect because you're married. I feel like in those situations, you may have to get counseling to kind of get back on the same vibe or the same level of, you know, the feeling. And if that don't work out, then you have to peacefully disconnect from those people in the form of a divorce. I mean, it happens. People get divorced every day. The same as people get married every day. So, y'all know I always have a little cue cards. They're personalized. Talk to Ish Liz podcast. Yes, they are. So, I just have like a couple of pointers here with peacefully, you know, disconnecting from people. There's no drama, you know, no drama, just separation. Sometimes people fall out of friendships the same way people fall out of love. It happens. It may seem weird, but it happens. And I'll give you guys some examples in a minute. Also, because we have disconnected, do not mean we have beef. We just drifted apart. That's basically it. And again, when the energy changes, it is time to go. I'm going to use myself as an example. And some things that you guys may have seen over the years, like people who are friends with me on Facebook. You may have seen me around a group of girls at one point, monthly, you know, getting together and things like that. A lot of times, you know, when you have women around each other, there tend to be some type of drama at some point, or some type of disagreement, or some type of something, right? So for me, in situations like that, again, when it shifts, nobody's gonna put me out of. Liz, is going to remove herself from the situation. I am going to bow out gracefully, disconnecting myself peacefully, and I'm going to go on about my business. There's nothing to talk about. There's no need for us to discuss it. I'm just going to cut ties. I feel like there's really nothing to talk about, because when you cut ties with people, they know and you know that the energy is off. Whatever was there is gone. They know it. Let me tell you something. When you have issues with people, or people have issues with you, you can sense it. You can feel it in the energy. Listen, I don't know what has happened to me over the years, but I am a big energy person, even with food. If I'm going out to eat and the person who is serving the food has some type of attitude or want to take my order, but they're like, can I help you? I'm not going to eat it. I don't even want no food from those people. Like, once that vibe is off, I automatically feel like my food gonna be nasty. And I know that may be crazy, but for some reason, I feel like that negative energy is going to transfer into my food, and I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my meal. So I don't really, if the energy is off with food, I'm not gonna eat it. That's why whenever I go to get food, I always try to make sure I'm nice to the person who's serving me. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm interested in? I try my best to be that way with the person so they can give me the same energy back. So when I have my food, I'm not displeased with it strictly off of the vibe or the energy that I've gotten from that person. That's just me. I don't know about nobody else, but that energy. I can't eat your food if the energy is bad, right? Also, you know, y'all probably see me on trips with people, and a lot of times you will see me on a trip with them, and then you won't ever see me pictured with these people again. And again, it is the energy, and it's always something that I have seen, or always something that I have heard. But I'm one of those people, I don't question nobody about nothing. I am the easiest person to fall out with, because we're not going to go back and forth about anything. I'm going to remove myself from the situation, disconnect it peacefully, and leave it at that. That don't mean that if I see you out in public that I'm not going to speak. I'm still going to be like, hey girl, how you been? Hope all is good, hope all is well, and I'm going to keep on moving. But how I was with that person previously would never be. The first person that you get, or the first person I give you how I am when I am around you, when we initially meet and how things go. If we have any type of issues where the energy shift, you will never get that person again. It's the same with dating. If I meet a guy and we vibing and I'm like kicking it with him and I'm giving him 100% and he not giving me the same in return, if we stop talking and then we hook up again as time passes or we see each other again, the person I was to him when he first met me is not the person I will be to him ever again. So I feel like it's a good thing to disconnect from people peacefully. And another reason is when you are around people that you don't vibe with, and I don't see how some of y'all do it. Like, some of y'all would literally sit and break bread with a person that you just talked about like a dog. Y'all know. That person know that you've been talking about them. You know that they've been talking about you. And y'all will get together and eat and drink and party like it's okay, knowing that the energy is completely off. It's like sometimes I feel like people be scared to be by themselves. So they will allow themselves to be drained, build the energy to be around people, just to be around people. Like, I'm not doing it. Trust me, whenever something happens and I leave the situation, something has happened. Just because I didn't address it, speak on it, talk about it, bring it up, question you, wanted to know this, wanted to know that, I need this information from you so I can feel better. You ain't got to explain nothing to me. I'm not going to explain nothing to you. I am going to disconnect peacefully and let you go on about your business. And that's just it in a nutshell. But again, I don't see how y'all sit around people that y'all talk about like a dog and they talk about you like a dog and y'all still want to be in each other's presence. I'm not doing that. Because I can say this. If you see me in the presence of someone that have talked about me to you, trust and believe I don't know that that happened. Because at any time I know that that happened, I'm not going to question them about it. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to disconnect myself from that person. I block numbers. I block everything. And not only do I block a number, I block all text communications. I go through my phone. I delete your number from my call log. I don't care how many times I got to go through it. I'm deleting everything about you. I'm blocking you on everything. And I am going to, for me, that's disconnecting peacefully. I don't want to reach out to you. If you reach out to me, I won't know because you're blocked. But that's just me. Like, that's just me. I'm a firm believer in disconnecting peacefully from situations. I'm not going to sit back and just be uncomfortable around a motherfucker who I know we not vibing no more. I've done it with friends. I've had friends where we've been friends since we were kids. And you have to pull back from them because the energy is off. You outgrow people. Period. You outgrow family, you outgrow relationships, you outgrow people. It just happens. It just happens. And that's really all I have to say about that particular situation or that subject. So again, when you're in a situation where you feel like you're not getting anything out of it, disconnect from it. Regardless of family, friend, relationships, disconnect from it. And sometimes you may be able to come back to those people once your energy has, gotten a little bit better and y'all start vibing again. But until then, disconnect for your peace of mind. That's really all I have to say. Again, this is Liz of Talk Your Ish Liz podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. There will definitely be more to come. My setting will be even more fabulous. I'm thinking about making some changes to it, but I'm not sure as of yet. But I want to continue to put out videos so I can have content shown on my page. I don't want to just be delayed while I'm going through the process. I want to make videos. I want to make my content while I'm going through the process. And that's just it in a nutshell. So again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Lord. And I'm not taking it out. I am not taking that out.